Movie story Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. The movie is about 15 to 20 years before the events of Mad Max. Fury Road takes place when, following the collapse of the world and social collapse, young Furiosa is kidnapped from the Green Place and falls into the hands of a large horde of outlaw bikers led by warlord Dementos. Making their way through the desert land, they come across a castle run by Immortan Joe. While two tyrants fight for dominance, Furiosa must go through many hardships to find a way to return home. Australia has become a radioactive wasteland known as the Wasteland, and the Green Place of Many Mothers B is one of the last remaining areas with fresh water and agricultural land. The raiders discover the Green Place while two children, Furiosa and Valkyrie, are picking peaches. Furiosa tries to destroy their motorcycles, but the raiders capture him as a reward for their leader, Warlord Dementos, warlord of the great horde of rogue riders. Furiosa's mother, Mary, chases them into the horde camp, killing all but one raider. The last attacker delivers Furiosa to Dementos, but Furiosa injures him before he can reveal the location of the Green. Mary sneaks into the camp and rescues Furiosa, but Dementos tracks them down. Mother returns to Furiosa to buy time to escape and gives her a peach core to remember her, but Furiosa refuses to leave Mary. Dementos forces Furiosa to watch her mother's crucifixion. Haunted by the death of his family, he adopts Furiosa as his own daughter, hoping to lead him to the Green Place. Sometime later, Dementos lays siege to the Citadel, another neighborhood with fresh water and farmland. However, the horde is repulsed by the Sons of War, the fanatical army of the Citadel's warlord, Immortan Joe. Dementos reverses course and uses a Trojan horse strategy to capture Gas City, an oil refinery that supplies the Citadel with gasoline. During the peace talks, Joe recognizes Dementos' authority over Gas City and increases its food and water supplies in exchange for the Horde Doctor and Furiosa, who has a map of the sky tattooed on a green spot on her left arm to find her way home. Joe then imprisons Furiosa in a vault with his stable of wives. After Joe's son, Rictus, takes a liking to her, Furiosa hatches a plan to escape. One night, Rictus drags Furiosa out of Joe's vault to rape her, but she slips out of his grasp using a cape made of her own hair and disappears. Furiosa appears in the guise of a mute teenage boy and has worked in the ranks of Joe's men for over a decade. He helps build the War Rig, a heavily armed equipment tanker capable of withstanding raiders in the wastelands. He plans to escape by hiding in the car when Joe sends subscribe and watch the movie. His top driver, Praetorian Jack, to the venue. His lieutenant, Actabas, disillusioned with Dementos' callousness, goes rogue and launches an airstrike on War Rig. His gang of Mortifliers slaughter all of Rig's crew and destroy Furiosa's hidden motorcycle, but Furiosa and Jack team up to defeat them. He plans to escape by hiding in the car when Joe sends his top driver, Praetorian Jack, to the venue. His lieutenant, Actabas, disillusioned with Dementos' callousness, goes rogue and launches an airstrike on War Rig. His gang of Mortifliers slaughter all of Rig's crew and destroy Furiosa's hidden motorcycle, but Furiosa and Jack team up to defeat them. Furiosa tries to steal Rig and go home, but Jack easily thwarts her. However, he sees her potential and offers to help her escape if she helps him rebuild his crew. Furiosa becomes Jack's second and is promoted to Praetorian. She and Jack bond and decide to run away together. When Joe decides to attack Gas City, they see an opportunity that Dementos mishandles and nearly destroys it. Joe orders Furiosa and Jack to collect weapons and ammunition from Bullet Farm, an allied mining facility. However, Dementos ambushes them when they arrive. Furiosa and Jack barely escape, and Furiosa's left arm is injured. Dementos chases after them and tortures Jack to death. Furiosa escapes her chains by cutting off her injured arm and sacrifices her sky map to escape. A lone man watches from afar as Furiosa struggles to get back to the castle, where he and Joe's assistant, known as the Man-Eater, devise a strategy. Dementos is lured into a trap, and the War Sons crush the Horde in a 40-day war.
The wasteland.
After losing his way home, Furiosa shaves his head again, replaces his arm with a mechanical prosthesis, and follows the fleeing Dementos. After a long chase, Furiosa subdues Dementos in the desert. Furiosa imprisons Dementos in the Citadel and uses his living body as fertilizer to grow a peach tree from his mother's seed. Joe promotes Furiosa to the rank of Emperor and gives him command of a new warship. He meets Joe's 5 foster wives in the vault where Joe once imprisoned him. The night before bringing the ammunition, the 5 wives hide inside Furiosa's cave